Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we used the defences at the Selenite outpost to our advantage and took out these two Minotaurs, and now we are as ready as we're ever going to be to press on into the Underdark. Very first thing to do though is of course get out our friendly familiars. There's one conjured Quasit and one conjured imp. Now, up in these parts, I think we are relatively safe. There are many dangers around though. And over here, there's the Staff of the Moon Maiden. I can't recall if that is a particular magic item or if it's something I've just not seen before. Of course, Wyll is now encumbered with that. Staff of the Moon Maiden, two-handed melee weapon. This staff's blue inlays and moon-shaped ornaments indicate its use among Saloon's clergy. But it's just a two-handed 1d8 bludgeoning weapon with topple, only worth 10 gold pieces, so I'm just going to toss that. We are right up against our weight carry limits. Let's just have a quick look around to see if there's any healing potions or supplies that we really do want, like Alchemist's Fire. We'll give those to Grace. How about you, sir, or madam? Just your bones. And there's some tongs. Not what we need. So, we've got the whole party together. Let's very gingerly press on. What we can do, something that I've not really explored in any of my Let's Plays as far as I can recall. That's horrible. Hold on. Crushed body. Simple boots. And a ring. Because of course you can't get the armor because it's been crushed by the stone. That's unpleasant. Do we both have torches? This is something I should check because we do not have dark vision and that could be a problem for us down here. Show me by type, please. We've got a torch here, we've got a torch there. That's good enough for me. As I was about to say, past those two Minotaurs, there's some other stuff going on that I don't think I've ever explored that direction of coming into the Underdark. So as we first progress through these spores and see what that's about.
These fungal spores are everywhere.
And you'll see we have gained the condition rapport spores. Affected creatures can communicate telepathically with one another.
More are coming. They're coming. They're coming.
Still your mind to this unusual voice.
They're coming. You're coming.
Sounds like a fun person to be listening to orders from. Right. I do not remember there being dead face spiders down here, although, that said, I do remember up above we had a great big fight with a bunch of face spiders long time ago, back when our imp jumped down this hole. So it looks like this is where falling down from the spider cave gets you, which is some wonderful continuity. So let's just gently go and poke around to this right hand side. I don't think we're in danger from the big thing that we need to worry about down here. If you know, you know, and if you don't, boy, are you in for a surprise in a moment. Rotting things, burlap sacks. Where's that burlap sack? Nothing in that. So I'm just going to gently push forward with the Quasit. They have dark vision, so hopefully you guys will have a slightly better view of some things. Honestly? Oh no. Well, I was going to say, I had totally forgotten about the traps. But what that has done is burnt the rope ladder up. So our options for exploring... Alright, are there any more of these things? Can I just use my expendable quasit to look for traps? Okay, well the netting is gone. However, we might be able to do some parkour to get up. Jump. Nope, that's dash. We clearly don't have enough movement speed to get over there. But the imp certainly can with the flight. Although, if the quasit can't get up, I'm almost certain Wyll and Grace are going to have difficulties getting up here as well, because they do not have high strength, so they do not have a high jump speed, or jump distance, excuse me. But up here we can see there's a bunch of crates, there are chests, there's storage stuff, there's a crane, although that doesn't appear to be hooked up to anything, although there's a heavy chest at the bottom of that that looks like it fell from whoever was loading it previously. And if we come across in this direction, more chests, more torches. Now, I was expecting a way up from here, but I think, if my memory serves me correctly, there might be an elevator above us that we can't take up unless it comes down first, because there's no pull lever to call the elevator from down here. But there is a bunch of chests and a bunch of other loot, so if we can get over in this direction, certainly worth investigating. But that's what happened. That's what is up in these parts. But for now, it looks like we're just going to have to keep progressing on downwards. With our fly speed, we can safely jump down great lengths without taking any fall damage. Quasit, please do the walk through here, see if there's anything else that's going to try and explode. Because, Lord knows, we do not have good perception. Us few warlocks that hang around here. Also, there are these horrible plants that make you go very, confused. That's a bad condition to have in these parts. Quasit there just doing whatever it liked for a moment. But between Eldritch Blast and just having our creatures do our bidding, we should be okay. Now, what's our range on Eldritch Blast like down here? Okay. The ground is shaking. The ground is shaking.
What's happening?
Bad things. Bad things are happening. Okay, the shaking stopped. This is good.
How much
Question
farther
is,
can I go?
will the shaking just immediately come back? Any other plants from here that I can see that I want to shoot? Not the glowing bulbs. They are giving me useful light.
Can't slow down.
Let's get a fresh familiar with full HP up, please. Now, I'm not sure if the quasit alone is going to be able to proc the encounter that I'm most concerned about. And this place is literally a maze of passageways and paths, isn't it? What's up this side? Oh, that's literally the steps that we started on, of course. So we can come this way and down to get further along. Or we can come through this way into this field of many plants. I think before that I'd like to get to this overhang here, perhaps, and destroy those plants below.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Of course, could send the imps down to do that,
Then through.
but with the confusion, there could be a lot of time spent doing that, whereas
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
if we can just get over to this spot safely. Doesn't look like this is trapped. Gold and gems. We can look out over this ledge, get our blasting hands ready, and destroy a bunch of these plants that are going to give us issues in a moment. So the exploding ones destroy other exploding ones, which destroy the confusion setting ones. But it looks like things are going to be okay. Over there you can see some myconoids, like mushroom people. And so that's the direction we're going to want to head in. Are we saving? Autosave? Question mark. We can't climb any vines around here, so we're going to have to walk down. So we can either come through this direction and hop over here, or it might be the case that we can get down through this spiral pathway here. So let's give this a risky go. I don't think these are confusion spores. I think these are the psychic talking spores.
I think that was a bullet. Never faced one. Not yet, anyway.
Right, they figured out it's a bullet. Very luckily for us, in that moment it decided it did not want to fight us. Which is just about the best outcome of that I can possibly imagine.
Careful. Even the mushrooms down there can't be trusted.
And we are just going to beeline over to the myconoids where it could be, hopefully, safe.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sings many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding. You see a vision, your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
Focus on your parasite and connect with the Sovereign. Tell the truth of the parasite. You only seek safe passage. You are a traveler seeking adventure for a +4. Insight, seek understanding, or these tricks of the mind don't frighten me, I'll kill you. I'm just going to be truthful and just say we're just trying to get through.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent.
Wyll
Then
approves.
the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
I can neither mend skin nor spirit, but we still might commune. Descend to me, let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Right, we and our party have made it to the Ebon Lake Grotto. And we should be safe here once Wyll gets through the threshold.
With haste.
And so we have this small village. There is a ancient rune circle there if we wish to go back and rest at camp. I have been reminded through one of you lovely viewers that I have not gone to camp from the standard above ground region yet, which means all the tieflings are hanging around waiting for a party that we haven't had yet. So that's only slightly awkward, but right now they'll have to wait. For now, my first priority is coming and seeing Blurg here, a level 5 trader. So we might be able to sell off a lot of the stuff we've been hoarding.
you're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
Well, I just would like to trade. Okay, we've got some stuff. We've got various spell scrolls that we cannot cast as warlocks. A Circlet of Blasting, cast Scorching Ray level 2 evocation spell, which is incredible because, as we've learnt with Wyll, if we have a creature hexed and then we blast them with Scorching Ray, then you have 3 attack rolls to proc 3 hexes, which can be 2d6 fire damage plus 1d6 necrotic damage, all 3 times, if you hit 3 times. Sunwalker's Gift, the ring arcane jewel parts all but the darkest of shadows. That sounds great for us guys without dark vision. And the Sapphire Spark, the wearer of this item gains Magic Missiles, level 1 evocation spell, Psychic Missiles. When the wearer casts Magic Missiles, each dart of force deals an additional 1d4 psychic damage. I don't think that works with Hex because you have to do an attack roll with Hex, whereas Magic Missile just attacks and hits automatically, I believe. But I think we're going to want some of that stuff, particularly when Amulet of Saloon's Chosen, giving us a healing or a healing spell. We can just put that on at our convenience. So, what are we looking to sell? Well, we don't need this armor. That's a good start. We don't need these plain pieces of jewelry. Oh, there's going to be a bunch of spells here we don't need. Mage armor we do not need because we wear armor. Inflict wounds, Scroll of Cure Wounds are cleric spells. I'm trying to think what's on the Warlock spell list and what's not. Rare Frost, that... Honestly, I can't remember. We definitely don't have access to invisibility, I'm pretty sure. We have Eldritch Blast, so we don't need Firebolts. And honestly, most of this stuff is stuff that I'm going to forget to ever use anyway. We have loads of packets of grease, bottles of grease, so we don't need that. We don't need a plain leather helmet, I don't think. 2 gemstones we can get rid of. Gloves of Power, we never got the Mark of the Absolute, so we can part with that now. Amulet of Sylvanus, level 2 abjuration spell, not going to use that. Resistance to slashing damage, vulnerable to bludgeoning damage is good, but I'm going to forget to wear it productively. Beastmaster's Chain, Animal Friendship, I'm not going to be wearing that in a fight when it will be useful. When the wearer has 50% or fewer hit points, they don't provoke an opportunity attack. I would forget I'm even benefiting from that anyway. Non-cantrip spells deal an additional 1d4 force damage when the wearer drops half their hit points or lower. I'll keep that because that could be really good with Circlet of Blasting and the like. So that's 1660. Let's take the Sunwalker's Gift first and barter that out. Then we'll swap over to Wyll, see what he's got for sale. When the wearer has 25% of their hit points and deals damage, they regain 1d8 hit points. That's a good one. Dancing Lights could also be a good one down here. That's stuff we can sell. That's stuff we can sell. We've got 12 Alchemist's Fire. That seems excessive. We can get rid of the Scroll of Burning Hands. Scroll of Sleep. I don't think we can cast Hold Person. Animal Friendship. What else do we have? We don't need a Scroll of Summon Quasit because we can summon Quasits of our own, but I think there's a plot thing slightly related to that, so we will hold on to it. Alright, let's just try and clean up here. We'll take the Circlet of Blasting, and we'll take the Sapphire Spark. I think we can strategically swap them out as we need to, although that would basically clear us out for cash. That said, I don't think there's going to be any other places we're going to be shopping in the near future, so we can probably part with our cash here. Alright, I think that will do us nicely for right now.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than the fungi.
We've never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place.
I mean, it's the Underdark. It's what we expect.
It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Mind flare infected us with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Explain our whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact.
Well, thank you for not attacking me immediately.
You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
Oh, hello. I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
Yeah, it's a bit unnerving to just have an illithid, a mind flare right in front of us.
No cerebral forces. That's impossible. But in truth, are you looking to have it extracted?
Yes.
Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Alrighty.
As Omelium's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Well, can you get it out?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
That does not sound great.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Well, let's keep telling him the full story while we're here.
The Nautiloid. Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Well, thank you for the story.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Well, thanks for waiting so long to tell us.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
And what are we talking about here?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence.
And what mushrooms are they?
I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timask spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous.
Well, sounds like a side quest.
Timasks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
And where are we finding these?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous.
Lovely.
I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
Super. Well, we have lots to be doing.
May your travels be safe.
Well, that's our trading done. Now, I'm going to increase this bar a little bit so that we can give Grace the Circlet of Blasting.
Perhaps, but at such an accelerated rate.
And which other one did we get? We got the Sapphire Spark. What's Wyll wearing currently?
Blade at the ready.
Guidance, yes, okay. Then he can have the Sapphire Spark as a spare with guidance. And let's put the Cherished Locket and the Absolute's Talisman down there so we can hot swap between them for their various spells. Somebody should wear the Sunwalker's Gift. I'm going to guess that's Dark Vision. Is that going to show us over here anywhere? Pain Maiden's Blessing, Grit. Pact of the Chain Urchin. No, no.
Research progressing.
Well, I'm going to guess that we're seeing better, or at least we won't have to worry about the darkness spell. Ill Matter's Aid. We'll throw down there, along with the Circlet. Did we not just pass the Circlet over? There it is. So, between the two of us, we can hot swap our equipment as needed as we progress forward. But for now, that's going to be all for here. We'll go find out what these Myconoids want of us next time. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.